Welcome to News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now the news for September 9th, 2020. Walt Disney World has announced new modified holiday offerings for the 2020 season. Building off of the recent experiences of operating in a new environment, Disney has reimagined the holidays with current health and safety measures while still keeping the joy and magic of the season. With that being said, holiday experiences that draw big crowds will sadly be on hiatus this year, namely Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party at the Magic Kingdom and the Candlelight Processional at Epcot. From November 6th through December 30th, guests will be able to enjoy festive decor, themed merchandise, seasonal food and beverage offerings, and entertainment all across the Walt Disney World Resort. Holiday magic will be in full force at the 4 theme parks and Disney Springs, and Santa Claus will make time for special pop-up appearances at every location, waving and exclaiming holiday wishes to all. Guests will be delighted by the sight of festive flotillas at Disney's Animal Kingdom, holiday promenades at Epcot, and merry motorcades at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Character cavalcades at Magic Kingdom Park will take on a special holiday twist with Christmas friends on festive floats in their holiday finest. They'll feature gingerbread men, elves, and reindeer, and also the beloved toy soldiers will join the Main Street Philharmonic as they march through Magic Kingdom Park, bringing musical holiday cheer to all. Minnie Mouse will be hosting a Yuletide gathering for all her friends at Hollywood and Vine at Disney's Hollywood Studios starting on the 6th of November. Santa Goofy will be there along with Minnie and more in their holiday best. Shifting gears to Disney Springs, guests will discover Christmas around every corner as they come across a collection of elaborately decorated Disney Christmas trees spread throughout the entire dining and entertainment destination. In the evening, guests visiting areas within Town Center, West Side, and the Landing will encounter a magical snowfall, adding an extra touch of wonder to their holiday shopping. And to top it off, Jock Lindsay will once again be turning his hangar bar into Jock Lindsay's Holiday Bar, complete with delightful holiday decor and a delicious limited-time menu filled with festive favorites. Disney Resort hotels will be decked out for the holidays with their lobbies featuring iconic trees and other festive flourishes. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that gingerbread displays will not be returning to the hotels this year. While Disney knows they are a favorite of people taking in the holiday decor, they were not able to include those displays due to physical distancing guidelines. Starting a bit later in the season on November 27th, Disney will celebrate highlights from the Epcot International Festival of the Holidays. Holiday kitchens will return around the World Showcase Promenade with favorites like American Holiday Table featuring the slow roasted turkey with stuffing and Bavaria Holiday Kitchen with dishes like cheese fondue in a bread bowl. How many will return and if the event will fold into the ongoing Taste of the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival remains to be seen. Guests will be invited to step inside World Showplace to enjoy the returning group Joyful, who will present a journey through R&B, gospel, contemporary, and traditional Christmas and holiday music. Also, the Voices of Liberty will return to bring their incredible 8-part harmonies to the America Gardens Theater stage for a special concert of favorite carols and songs of the season. Meanwhile, the Cinderella Castle Dreamlights will not be hung in 2020. Instead, a series of rotating projections will decorate the Magic Kingdom icon so guests can take a festive picture. Quote, when night falls, special projection effects will give a festive look to Cinderella Castle this year, providing a colorful backdrop for our guests' photos. The appearance of the iconic castle will be transformed with a rotating series of designs, including a whimsical Christmas sweater and a regal overlay of red, green, and gold ornamentation. This will again be in place of the Castle Dreamlights. It's back again. Starting September 15th, annual pass holders can save 30% off for a limited time on select merchandise at Walt Disney World. They'll receive that 30% off select purchases at the Walt Disney World Resort owned and operated merchandise locations, date September 15th through October 29th. Despite the Walt Disney World Resort's phased reopening being well underway and Disneyland Resort ready to reopen as soon as possible, the impacts of the theme park shutdown have already taken root within the company's Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products division, with some analysts claiming that the theme parks may be facing another lost year in 2021. According to a report by the Orange County Register's Brady McDonald, Deutsche Bank analysts have upgraded Disney stock due to the success of Disney Plus in the past few months, but warned that the theme parks may continue to struggle for a few more years. In reference to the upcoming start of the new fiscal year, Deutsche Bank noted in a recent analyst report, at this point we are assuming that fiscal year 21 beginning 10/1/20 will be another lost year. The Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products division's revenue is expected to decline $9.8 billion in fiscal year 2020, with revenue not expected to be fully bounced back until 2023. Deutsche Bank expects a significant rebound in 2025 with a $10 billion boost over what it was in 2019. With local visitors making up 50% of park's capacity right now, analysts don't expect attendance or the park's full earning power to normalize until a vaccine is widely available and domestic and international travel resume. Walt Disney World cast members got a welcome perk back today with the reopening of Cast Connection, the cast member exclusive store. The reopening led to long lines of traffic along Western Way as hundreds of cars waited to get in. And while the line moved at a steady pace with only 1 or 2 cars let in at a time, cast members were forced to wait hours for their chance to buy discounted merchandise and groceries. Once parked, cast members entered a virtual queue, and once they've reached the front, they receive a text message to enter the physical outdoor queue. Following a temperature screening, they're let in to begin shopping. At this time, only cast members may visit Cast Connection, with guests currently not allowed. Cast Connection is open from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Work continues to move forward on Harmonious, the new nighttime spectacular for Epcot. Thanks to BioReconstruct on Twitter, we have another look at the barges that'll be a part of the show. Now we see 2 barges in various stages of construction. When finished, both of these will have semicircular walls with video screens along with a rotating mechanical arm in the middle for extra lighting and effects. Ultimately, there will be 4 of these types of barges used in the show. These 3 barges docked next to a pair of friendship boats will come together to form a large sphere in the center of World Showcase Lagoon, reminiscent of the globe that was in Illumination's Reflections of Earth. In total, 7 barges are expected to be used in the show, which will incorporate custom LED displays, pyrotechnics, and choreographed moving fountains. Walt Disney World has filed a UCC financing statement with the state of Florida against Marrakech Moroccan Restaurant LLC, who operates the Morocco Pavilion in Epcot. Disney is claiming collateral against all goods, inventory, the furnishings, and all other personal property belonging to the company, which are or may be put into the facilities, and all the proceeds of the foregoing. Restaurant Marrakech recently filed for a Paycheck Protection Program, or the PPP loan, for $1 to $2 million in light of COVID-19 related closures and impacts at the location. The loan lists a total of 260 jobs retained through the funds acquired. And while Restaurant Marrakech remains closed at this time, the Morocco Pavilion has reopened with Spice Road Table and a full array of shops, all operated by this company. Tangerine Cafe temporarily closed back in early August. It did open with the park. Throughout the closure, the Morocco Pavilion put out a job listing for merchandise hosts as well as hosts at their quick service location. The Morocco Pavilion in particular is one of the select pavilions that operates independently from Disney. After a nearly 30-year run at Hollywood Studios, Voyage of the Little Mermaid remains dark after the theme park shutdown. Just recently, the show's billboard was removed from the side of the theater inside the animation courtyard, but now Disney has released a statement regarding the status of the billboard. In response to our post on the removal of the billboards, Disney has responded stating that, quote, is simply in the process of being refreshed and is expected to return within the next week. For now, it seemed the removal was more along the lines of scheduled maintenance as opposed to a sign of the show's permanent closure. 2 other billboards on the side of the Voyage of the Little Mermaid building were also removed. However, these were merely ads for Star Wars films and not related to the attraction. It's likely we'll see new billboards in place here in the coming week. The Force will soon be flowing once again inside Savi's workshop in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios. Beginning September 20th, the gatherers will invite you into the mysterious shop in Black Spire Outpost to train you in the ways of constructing a lightsaber. Savi's workshop is packed with unusual parts and whimsical pieces collected from the far reaches of the galaxy. And under the mystical gatherer's guidance, you construct a one-of-a-kind lightsaber and bring it to life through the power of a kyber crystal. For those of you who may have visited the shop in the past, you'll notice the experience will be slightly adjusted. For instance, capacity will be reduced to allow for physical distancing between guests in accordance with the park's guidelines during its phased reopening. Advanced reservations highly recommended for Savi's workshop. Open September 16th via DisneyWorld.com or the My Disney Experience mobile app. You can also stop by the shop to check for walk-up availability on the day of your visit. You must have a valid Disney Park Pass reservation for Hollywood Studios prior to making a reservation. That's no ordinary apple, don't worry. This poison candied apple isn't really poison. It's one of the many new Halloween foods available at Walt Disney World this season. The poison candied apple is made up of a caramel mousse, a red glaze, and a crunchy candy base. The treat comes in a convenient transparent box so you can get pictures of it before you take it out and start eating. Read a full review on our site. It's available at the Trolley Car Cafe at Hollywood Studios for $5.99. Also at Hollywood Studios is the new Box of Bones Chocolate Eclair. This chocolate eclair is covered with dark chocolate mousse and has white chocolate bones sticking out of the sides, like a skeleton discovered in an archaeological dig. The Box of Bones Chocolate Eclair is available at Backlot Express at Disney's Hollywood Studios for $5.49. Meanwhile, there's also the Pumpkin Cheesecake Cannoli at the park. Cannoli is made of pumpkin cheesecake mixed with hazelnut praline crunch and wrapped in a cannoli shell. The pumpkin cheesecake cannoli is available at Pizza Rizzo for $4.99. Last but not least, at Hollywood Studios is the pumpkin tiramisu. Is layers of cream mascarpone and spiced pumpkin cake with cocoa dusted on top. The pumpkin tiramisu is available at Rosie's All-American Cafe at the park for $4.99. Reviews, full details on all of these items are on our website. Meanwhile, over at Disney's Animal Kingdom, there's the Lion King Scar Cupcake. This is a red velvet cupcake with toasted marshmallow filling and chocolate marshmallow frosting. It's topped with chocolate pebbles, white chocolate flames, and an edible icing scar. A full review of this is also available at WDWNT.com. Recently debuted for Labor Day weekend, the new firecracker float is popping with flavor at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. This refreshing beverage combines classic Dole Whip soft serve pineapple ice cream with tropical flavors, coconut rum, and popping firecracker candy. The drink appeared at the Pineapple Lanai, which is just outside of the Great Ceremonial House. For a full review, you can head on over to our website. The firecracker float is $13, but do keep in mind it has rum in it. Health and safety reminder signs have been added to the entrances of both Disneyland Resort theme parks, indicating the parks may soon be reopening. Instagram user Devin, Dev is the Diz, provided us with the photos of the signs in front of both Disneyland Park and Disney California Adventure. A cast member was placing signs outside Disneyland Park when Devin was getting his photos. While cast members have been seen preparing the parks for reopening, no reopening date has been announced. Disneyland, of course, has canceled reservations for hotels through September 19th, so it's possible the parks will open after that. After two back-to-back show suspensions, the fan-favorite musicals Jungle Book Jive and The Lion King Rhythm of the Pride lands at Disneyland Paris and Walt Disney Studios parks have been officially canceled, effectively bringing about the abrupt end of the Lion King and Jungle Festival season. The Lion King Rhythms of the Pride Lands returned to Disneyland Paris on August 15th. However, on August 25th, all performances were suddenly suspended due to quote-unquote technical difficulties. The show was later put on hold until further notice. The debut of Jungle Book Jive was delayed on August 21st after two cast members tested positive for COVID-19. As a precaution, all other affected cast, including the entire performing team, were also sent home to quarantine. The shows were destined for a limited-time summer run in an effort to draw guests to Disneyland Paris and Walt Disney Studios Park, which has suffered from low attendance throughout the resort's reopening. Walt Disney Studios Park is, of course, rumored to close temporarily. However, Disneyland Paris has denied these statements. Originally slated for a spring 2020 debut before the theme park shutdown, the Disney Junior Dream Factory show, formerly Disney Junior Live on Stage, has been postponed indefinitely at Walt Disney Studios Park. Set to take over Studio D, the show's debut had previously been postponed to the fall. However, it seems the setbacks at the parks have further delayed the premiere. Unfortunately, the delay of the show's debut will impact the Walt Disney Studios Park, which has suffered again from low attendance. And it's, again, there are rumors that they're going to close this park, possibly just operate one park. We'll see what happens. Although a number of annual refurbishment projects were either completed during or canceled due to the effects of COVID-19 extended closure, Tokyo Disney Resort is ready to resume routine annual maintenance on some of its attractions. As such, a refurbishment calendar has been released through February of 2021 on their website. Please note that these are subject to change, and these calendars do not include facilities temporarily closed for the time being as part of the pandemic. At Tokyo Disneyland, Pirates of the Caribbean is closed September 7th through the 15th, and the Blue Bayou as well. Gadgets Go Coaster October 5th through the 9th. It's a Small World, October 20th through the 26th. Splash Mountain, November 9th through the 26th. Don't worry, that's not for a retheme. The Jungle Cruise, November 30th through December 18th. And Monsters, Inc. Ride and Go Seek, January 7th through April 4th of 2021. At Disney Sea, Journey to the Center of the Earth will be closed September 8th through October 1st. Flounder's Flying Fish Coaster, October 12th through the 16th. The Indiana Jones Adventure, December 7th through the 11th. Jasmine's Flying Carpets, December 14th through the 25th. The Disney Sea Electric Railway, January 6th through February 10th. And Aquatopia, February 3rd through March 19th, 2021. After closing for a second time on July 15th due to a spike in COVID-19, Hong Kong Disneyland may soon be reopening. With the government set to announce next Friday whether the resort will be allowed to resume operations, pending on how the epidemic progresses within the region. The resort issued the following statement regarding the reopening, quote, "We welcome the government's announcement to gradually relax the health and safety measures. Our reopening plan will follow the health authorities' guidelines in a measured manner." According to the South China Morning Post, Hong Kong will be relaxing social distancing rules for restaurants, sports facilities, and public gatherings starting Friday, with 4 people now allowed per table in restaurants, up from a cap of 2. The government is also in talks with various other countries like France and Japan to establish travel bubbles in order to resume travel between these countries. Venues such as theme parks may be allowed to reopen next week. However, Hong Kong Disneyland has not yet stated an official reopening date, but we do expect that announcement soon. Even though the theme parks may not be open, the Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel will still be celebrating the resort's 15th anniversary on September 12th. Disney Magical Kingdom blog has revealed the festivities and special merchandise that will be offered at the hotel on that day. Guests staying at Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel on Saturday will receive a special badge, card, towel, mini display, and cookies. Most of the special anniversary items feature Mickey and Minnie in front of the Castle of Magical Dreams, the newly reimagined icon for the park. Over at Crystal Lotus and Enchanted Garden Restaurant, each table will have a cupcake marking the anniversary. Guests participating in select activities around the hotel will have a chance to earn a special commemorative keychain. And it wouldn't be an anniversary without merchandise. This limited edition tote bag and pin set featuring the 15th anniversary logo. The first in the wave of anniversary merchandise retail for 189 Hong Kong dollars or $24.39 US. Guests can order the set online and pick it up at the hotel's Kingdom Gifts. Both items feature Mickey and Minnie Mouse in a special outfit for the anniversary, again in front of the castle. On the pin, Tinkerbell flies overhead. Meanwhile, online, fans can head to the Hong Kong Disneyland Resort Facebook page to watch streaming events. Viewers should keep an eye out for special cues to comment for a chance to win prizes. After an exclusive release on Shop Disney in August, the Dumbo the Flying Elephant series from Minnie Mouse the Main Attraction has unexpectedly arrived at the Magic Kingdom. This comes after the Peter Pan's Flight Magic Band and the King Arthur's Carousel Ear Headband both appeared at Walt Disney World. This time, an entire series has hit the parks. To take a closer look at these items that were released at Sir Mickey's, head on over to WDWNT.com. As well, for more information on these stories and more, head on over to WDWNT.com. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next magical Disney trip. The best part is that their services are free. Hotel, park tickets, dining, and more. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationeer, official travel agency of WDWNT. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Dreamfinders is WDW News Today's podcast all about the creative culture surrounding Disney parks. Authors, Imagineers, dancers, actors, photographers, filmmakers, and a whole lot more have all stopped by to chat about how Disney has inspired their artistic work.
But I still remember sitting in conference tables and looking across at Michael and Jeffrey Katzenberg and this sort of little 6-year-old inside of me going, what in heaven's name is going on here?
And we're off and running, and Tony needs someone to lay it out for him. And there's no architect available. So the next thing I know, I'm laying out the pavilion.
I got to tell you, I have not enjoyed a podcast so much. It's just a warm conversation, and a warm and intelligent conversation, which you don't find that often in podcasts.
Dreamfinders. Episodes drop every other Tuesday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcatcher.